Okay, hello again, mentors and presidents, and this is for online groups. I want to talk to you again about the seventh member because something has come up recently, and I want to clarify just a few things. We are trying our best not to force everyone to go to a seventh member group or become a seventh member group. But at some point in the future, that may be the case. However, it's not necessarily the case right now. We have just simply been trying to prepare everyone for that possibility. I know that makes it difficult. I realize that. And I also know that there are time constraints. But let me just say this. If you are in an online group and your critique time takes 2.5 hours, you are still better off than those who go to traditional groups. When I was going to the Orlando traditional group, it would take me 45 minutes to get there, sometimes more, depending on traffic. And then, of course, 45 minutes home. And the meeting usually ran 2 to 2.5 hours. So that was a pretty big chunk of the day. The good news about online groups is you're at home. You don't have a very long commute at all. And as I said in one of my other um, videos, you get to come in your jammies if you want to, as long as they're appropriate, right? You can dress up from here up and then be in your jammies from the waist down. It doesn't matter. You can start a load of clothes and then come in and do your word weavers group. And then after word weavers, ladies, gentlemen, even you can go back into the laundry room and switch out from the washer to the dryer and boom, you're done, right? So there are some great advantages to being a member of online groups. Here's the issue that we have. We are growing at such a rate that we can barely keep up. I commented to someone recently, I feel like most days we are dog paddling. And that's just the truth of it. We did not expect this. God knew, but we sure didn't. I think if I had known, I would have run kicking and screaming into the woods. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. Every single day, and I say that almost without exception, we get inquiries about online groups, and not everyone is interested once they see how it works, but most people are. Currently, we do have what we call the waiting room. Our wonderful Terry Murphy is heading that up for us. And these are people who are that maybe they're genre specific and they just really want to be in kids lit or in historical fiction, in a particular genre of a group. But for those who are not genre specific, and you have 4 members or you have 5 members, we need you to go up to the 6th member and then at some point, maybe the 7th member. Now, here's another interesting thing that I want to point out about that. I am a member of 2 online groups, and they both are at 7 members. And I got to tell you, we're tight. We are very close. We know each other's work. We are able to talk outside of the group, either through quick emails or at our Facebook page if we want a little bit more from the group. For example, I had a situation where I was working on a piece and there was a particular paragraph that the group just really kind of tore apart. And so I went back and I rewrote it and I sent it to the group and sent it through Facebook. And I said, how does this sound? And everyone answered, gave me the thumbs up. Yes, yes, yes. Now you've nailed it. So, you're not constricted or restricted to that 2 to 2.5 hour time slot of your meeting. If you have formed relationships, those relationships will go beyond that 2 to 2.5 hours. Again, I know that it can be very difficult for some of you. It's not always been easy for any of us, but I don't have a whole lot of other options here. Turning people away to me, is not an option. And as I have said recently, for better or for worse, this is the position that God has placed me in. Not wasn't one I wanted. This is just where I landed. And I take that role very seriously. I pray about everything. I make sure that I have a peace about the decisions that I make. And there are times when I will make decisions that I will get a little bit uh, further down the road and I will say, that didn't work. So let's switch it up and see how we can change it. But for right now, we are doing the best we can. If your group is not at even the 6 member mark or getting close to the 7 member mark, please don't worry about it. Okay. We are going to take everyone's group into consideration and your needs and all of that. But again, we are doing the best we can. All right. So that's all I have to say on that 7 member situation as we continue to grow and we continue to grow leadership. We will not be faced with this, but for right now, this is where we are. All right. Thanks a lot. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I will make a video just for you. All right. Bye.